This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Sophia Yvette.
Welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. Are you in need of a Pilates studio? Well, one may be closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing our good neighbor, Diana Lozada with Vibras Wellness. Diana, it's great to have you on today. We are so excited to learn more about you and your business. Go ahead and tell our listeners just a little bit more about what you do.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I teach Pilates, movement in general, because I'm also a personal trainer, and nutrition, how to integrate nutrition that is sustainable into a day-to-day life.
Wonderful. How did you get started with this business?
So, oh my God, this is many years ago. My background is in the financial industry. I used to live in Canada, actually, and I worked for a bank for many, many years. I got diagnosed with ankylosing spondylitis, which is it's kind of like arthritis on your spine. So I was very ill, and I was supposed to have surgery, but through months of pain and not being able to sleep, I was reading and researching. I completely changed my diet. So I learned that food, it's medicine, and it can really help reduce inflammation. And then I started doing yoga. I always exercised, but yoga wasn't something that it wasn't part of my routine. So I started doing yoga in that local studio. They also offer Pilates, and it was heated. It made me feel amazing. And that what got me, like when I went back to get, after my second or third MRI, my inflammation was reduced. And my doctor said, you don't really have to have the surgery right now. It's in my DNA, so I have it in my body, but it's not active. So I got fascinated by it, and then I had to learn more, and that's why I do it now.
Wow, well, thank goodness you are alive and well today. And thank you for sharing that with us. Now, today, when it comes to Pilates, what is that number one misconception you usually get hit with on the day-to-day?
There's so many versions of it, and so many people get upset about it. I was one of them. When I learned about Pilates, it wasn't really Pilates what I was actually doing. They call it Pilates. But I do believe that movement, it's important and it's really good for the body. And just be curious. If you like what you're doing, if you want to learn more, just go and understand more. Classical Pilates has been around for more than 100 years. And the reason is that it's very specific, very strict, and it works. And so you can play with those. It's funny because within classical Pilates, there's at least 400 different exercises that you can do. So as teachers, we can play with that, but we can keep it real. What other people are doing, or other, the more modern Pilates, I guess, they're just building on routines, or maybe they don't have training, so they add weight training to it, which there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not what it's meant to do. With classical Pilates, every single exercise that you do, you stretch a part of your body and you build strength in another part of your body. There's a specific method to it, and that's why it's so cool. But again, it's movement. Just be more curious and ask your teacher, right? Like, where did you get trained? How long was your training? Usually a training from those big studios is a weekend, and compared to 800 hours of training. So it really depends. But I do believe that any movement is good.
How often should a beginner start going to Pilates?
As I said, I have clients that come once a week. But our body needs to move. That's the reality. And the reality is that we don't move enough as humans. We're sitting down for long hours. So of course, it really depends on your budget, but the more you can do it, the better, for sure.
Now we're going to go ahead and switch gears here for a second. Marketing is the heart of every business. So ideally, who are some of your ideal clients and how are you reaching them today?
So my ideal clients, at the beginning, my business has moved around as I learned and navigated. And so what I found is that I wanted to have people like me, my age, my kind of like what they were going through, people with pain. And I found that people that are willing to invest into Pilates practice as a private practice are a little older. So they are reaching menopause. I have males and females, but the majority are females. And they might not enjoy movement. So it's something that they haven't been able to consistently do on and off, and they need that extra support. Those are the ones that are my clients, that they're consistent, they're learning it, they love it, and they keep coming back.
That is wonderful. How are you attracting these clients today?
They come, there's a lot of word of mouth and through Google. That's the majority of clients that I get. It's good.
Wonderful. Have you ever thought about having your own podcast for the business before to educate clients?
Not really.
And outside of work, what do you like to do for fun when you're not working with your clients on Pilates?
Well, I love movement. So you'll see me running, you'll see me biking. I love farmers markets. I love cooking. I have a pool. I love swimming. I love trying new restaurants. I like to do things. So I'm always checking to see what's happening in the city. Right now, it's all about the World Cup. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
And what is the greatest takeaway you would like our listeners to leave listening to this episode with about Vibras Wellness?
That if you're curious about movement and if you're thinking about moving, don't wait. Don't wait. There's always ways to do it. So if your budget is low, there's always parks that offer like free yoga. I actually used to teach at Clyde Park for years, teaching Pilates, because movement should be accessible to everybody. And you can join that. You can go for walks. But if you're willing and try something new, come to try Pilates and see if that's for you.
And final question, where is the best place for our listeners to go to learn more about Vibras Wellness?
You can go to my website. So it's vibraswellness.com. Vibras in Spanish means energy, vibrations, because we go up and down. We cannot stay still or we cannot stay high. And that's the whole thing about our body. So it's V as in Victor, I, V as in Bob, RAS, wellness.com.
Well, Diana, I really appreciate you being on the show today. We wish you and your business the best moving forward.
Thank you so much for the invite.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpfrisco.com. That's gnpfrisco.com. Or call 469-221-9345.